Look, today's video is going to be an important one, and I think I'm one of them. I like to say it, and I like to get it off my chest because what I see is what I say. Now, when Ethan Nwaneri made his debut a few years ago when he was 15 years old, the negativity that crept into Arsenal and the media and the footballing world as a whole was diabolical. It was unbearable. The stuff I've made a video about Jason Cundy last year about that anyway, and the fact he was saying Arteta, it's all about Arteta, he's self-indulgent, he's selfish, it's all about Arteta me, Arteta this. I was the one who made Ethan Nwaneri make the youngest debut playing in the Premier League, whatever, all that crap that came with it. Lewis Skelly last season, when he broke through, is a bit of the same. The fact that, why is he doing Haaland celebration? Why is he doing this? Why is he doing this? He thinks he's better than he is. He's only 18. He's got to keep his foot on the ground. But I tell you something, on the other hand, Max Dowman is 15. He's just turned 15, I believe, this year. And obviously he made his non-competitive debut a couple of days ago against AC Milan, maybe 10-15 minutes. I watched the game and he was just gliding. It was like he was surfing, the Silver Surfer. That's basically what I see when I see Dowman playing. Anyone seeing Fantastic Four, the Silver Surfer? That's what he's like on the pitch. He just glides through, surfs his way through like nobody's there. Just goes past like he's a ghost. Honestly, he's unbelievable for his age. So, because Max Dowman has been playing and he's obviously been getting all this attention over the last year or so, and now he's involved in the pre-season and he's going to be involved in Arsenal's squad next season as well. The media attention is all positive. It's Max Dowman is a huge talent. We've even got Simon Jordan on Talk Shit Radio saying that he's like Lamine Yamal. We didn't get that with Ethan Nwaneri, and Ethan Nwaneri, when he burst on the scene, was just as good as a 15-year-old, but it was all about, you've got to take care of him, he's too young, he's going to get injured. You remember what happened to Jack Wilshere, you remember what happened to Aaron Ramsey and all the injuries that happened. Saka's going to be burnt out, all this. It's all the negativity, it's not the positivity. Like, look, a young 15-year-old kid, not even done his GCSEs, is playing for Arsenal. And I think it's positive. A 15-year-old kid, imagine you being a 15-year-old, playing for your boyhood club, playing for Arsenal, what that means to you. There's no words that could describe that. So why all of a sudden does Max Dowman get the love, but Ethan Nwaneri and Lewis Skelly got the hate? The negativity was at a level where, it was at a level where it was you couldn't defend it, because Arteta's given a debut to young kids, and they're loving the fact they're playing for Arsenal. It means a lot to them. They'll remember that for the rest of their life. And then on top of that, Arteta's done it right, because look where Ethan Nwaneri is now. He's 17, 18 years old. He's come into the team slowly, and Arteta's played it to a T. Same with Lewis Skelly. He's even played for England. He's England's left back for the last few games. He's England's left back at 18. So he's done everything right. But they're still getting all this negativity around, and the fact that, why is it? I think we both know, you and me, who's both listening and watching this now, I think we know what the real answer is, but a lot of people won't say it. Max Dowman, on the other hand, is getting all the positivity, but Nwaneri and Lewis Skelly, it's just negative news. Why is that? Come on, here's a penny for your thoughts, here's food for thought. Think about it. Think about it. I'm saying the truth because it is what it is. There's no point sugarcoating shit, because we know what this country's about and we know what the media's about. Max Dowman is English, so is Nwaneri, so is Lewis Skelly. But the difference being, Max Dowman, you know what I'm going to say. You know exactly what it is. Max Dowman is different from Lewis Skelly and Ethan Nwaneri because he's English, white English. Whereas Lewis Skelly and Ethan Nwaneri are not. And that's the difference. I'm sorry, mate, but If you think we're pulling the race card and this and that, you can do one. You guys are just scared of the truth. You're scared of revealing the truth, and you don't want to bring this topic up. It's a bit like when there's a subject and people don't want to talk about it because they're afraid what's going to happen. Those type of people who are afraid to talk about subjects like that are a bunch of fake assholes. These individuals are too scared to say what they think and say what is really happening, right? These are the same people that just move around like sheep following each other, jump on the bandwagon and never really say what they say because they're being controlled. Yeah, I'm going to say it as it is. Max Dowman's not going to get the hate. He's not. He's going to get the love all the way. Even if he becomes a terrible player, he's not going to get the hate at all. He's going to get the positivity around the media, and he's just going to be bringing that feel-good factor to the media, something to talk about. Is the next Englishman who's going to be a superstar. But you don't hear that with Ethan Nwaneri and Lewis Skelly. It's obvious why that is. A lot of people won't say it, but I say what the fuck I want to say. And that's what makes me different from you and the other guy, because it is what it is. And if you don't speak the truth, there's no point making content. There's no point talking. There's no point opening your mouth. It's a bit like what's happening in Palestine. People don't want to talk about that because they don't want to talk about the truth. I'll talk about whatever you want to talk about because I don't have to read scripts. I don't have to falsify my information that I'm getting. I don't need to have to rehearse for my information that I'm providing. I just say it as it is. Yeah, what's happening in Palestine is awful. It is. But look, that's the truth. That's the truth. Max Dowman is going to be a superstar. I'm glad he's getting the love. I wish that Lewis Skelly and Ethan Nwaneri was getting the same love as well, because it's not fair. But it is what it is. I just wanted to make this and say it as it is. I want to hear what you guys say. Do you guys agree with me, or do you think I'm talking shit? Say it as it is. Let's hear it. I just wanted to put this out there. I'll catch you on the next one.